Amidala Hopa. Thank you for joining us. I am Aaliyah Chavez. We start today in North Dakota, where a new tax will soon be imposed on alcoholic beverages that are sold on the lands of a tribal nation. The Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation will share the revenue from the tax under an agreement signed by the state's governor and the nation in a first-of-its-kind deal. The MHA Nation is set to keep 80% of the tax revenue, with Tribal Chairman Mark Fox praising the move for enabling his nation to bring in additional revenue. Last year, a bill was signed to allow the state to enter into revenue sharing agreements with tribal nations to prevent double taxation. We move now north of the Medicine Line, where after almost 2 years of protests, the Canadian government will fund the search of a landfill for the remains of 2 Indigenous women. $20 million from the country and the provincial Manitoba government will search the Prairie Green landfill in Winnipeg. In 2022, police rejected searching due to toxic materials and the unsafe environment of the landfill, despite community outcry to find the remains of the slain women. According to Manitoba Premier Wab Canoe in a statement, the funds will search every cubic meter of relevant space in order to recover their bodies. Well, last weekend, Muskogee Creek Nation citizens traveled to Alabama for the 210th anniversary of the Battle of Horseshoe Bend. In 1814, 800 Muskogee warriors, women, and children died while defending their lands from U.S. forces. The battle was the single bloodiest day of conflict for Native Americans with U.S. troops. It paved the way for white settler expansion in the Southeast and the eventual forced removal from the region. Muskogee citizens and leaders commemorated their ancestors at a ceremony honoring and remembering them.
It was just, it was basically outnumbered, but they was going to fight to the end and do what they can the warriors are going to do what they can to protect the women and children, protect ourselves, protect our freedom, what we had here, and just basically just telling the true history of what it was.
There's power in a name, especially when spoken in your native tongue. At Red Cloud School, they're embracing the power to promote healing while honoring their community's heritage. Head coach Matt Rama tells us the importance of a name in this story, brought to us by our partners at South Dakota Public Broadcasting, produced by Jackson Thorson.
Yeah, at Makpialuta, Iowa, formerly known as Red Cloud School, we have officially changed our name to use the Lakota word for a Red Cloud School, so it's Makpialuta, Iowa. Red Cloud School, Makpialuta, has been going through a Truth and Healing initiative, just really taking a look at our past as a boarding school and where we want to go in the future with the Lakota students. And we felt one important thing was to really acknowledge the heritage and the language, and to continue to use, the chief's name is Red Cloud in English, but his name is Makpialuta, that's his name. And so if we're gonna honor him, we should honor him by his name and not a translation of his name.